Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Civ 5 France. Let's go ahead and hit that next turn button and see what the future has in store. Hopefully, wealth, riches, and success for France. Which, it should be happening. If you take a look now with all of these chateaus we've got scattered around, we can even get another one going there. We should be getting quite a lot in the terms of, oh geez, why can't I think? Prestige. That's the word I'm looking for. What do we got? Scouts. Ah. What's up? You got truffles. You've got a lot. Ah, spices. Sure. They look fancy. Perfect. Also, we should probably go for embassies so we know where you live and where I live. So we can get those spices delivered properly. So where did they... Oh. That's where Attila's court is. I see. Alright. Yeah, you can build your mine there. Looks like we got a little Japanese city just sitting well far away from Kyoto. I would imagine they're connected by a harbor. That's how I would do it. So who knows? Maybe they're connected by butterflies and wishes. These things, we just don't know. Alright, so it looks like our dear city of Paris is unfortunately starving. No doubt something to do with all the rich people putting in fancy chateaus instead of farmland. So we'll get a farm going over here. Oh my. The barbarians are really coming to play. Well, we'll show them a thing or two. How about you head up there? Nothing? Because, yeah, there's no way we can get past these guys, so we might as well take the boarding party and really do some damage. Perfect. You, good sir, will build a farm right there. Wonderful. And Orleans, possibly, finally on its feet. I don't want to jinx it or suggest it too much, but actually... one thing we will do is get a workboat, because we've got the fishies, finally! We've got a source of food that isn't desert crapland, and the wheat, of course, that is probably delicious. What could go wrong? Sure, Attila, come on over. I don't think there'd be any issues. Can't imagine his horsemen are all that used to traveling across the sea, so it would be an interesting time. Alright, well, Paris is the third most popular city to visit. So, you know, it's not Palenque, and it certainly isn't Venice, but Paris is better than Istanbul. And, I might add, don't even bother going to Kyoto. Wasting your time. Alright. So because barbarians don't heal, we can just quite happily throw our two swordsmen into them and collect experience and winnings. Alright. You're done your chateau, so that's good. Well, what do we want up here? You don't really need a farm. What's everyone working? We're getting a bushel of apples out of that wheat field. That's gotta mean good things. Otherwise, yeah, I don't think there's really anything we need Lyon to build. So, even Tours there is looking pretty okay, even with the truffles. So, we got anything down here? It's telling me farms around Troyes, and that might not be a bad idea. So, yeah, we'll come down. You've done some good work, Lyon. Or I guess the workers in Lyon, not the city itself. Well, I mean, then that gets into a gray area. Can we talk about, you know, groups of people from the city they're from and lump them all into the same group? You know, Bostonians or Calgarians or whatever you want to talk about. Is that even a viable thing? And then that's just, you know, it devolves into random hypothetical philosophical arguments that it's very difficult to have with yourself, because whatever you say you're going to agree with. These are the things I've learned out of life.
The press is the best.
So we got machinery down, which is good. That means we can finally upgrade. Oh, hello. So a bunch of you came along. Well, isn't that lovely? I'll sink you. Then we'll have to sail all the way back. Again, and I've said it pretty much every time I play a Civ game, but the ability to dig canals, mwah, I would be all over that. Canals would be nice. So what do we want? What does France need? France needs acoustics. We need some good musicians and lyricists. Unsurprisingly, Venice has completed the Sistine Chapel. If we were going for a tourist victory, it would be almost absolutely 100% necessary to invade Venice. And, I mean, really, it probably is absolutely 100% necessary to invade Venice anyway, just with the way this game is going. Alright, so we got 2 promotion points out of this guy. And getting another, what are we at there? 15? So getting another 15% strength in melee attacks against naval units? My god. This becomes like a wonder ship. Provided we can get it back and heal it. That's the trick. And to actually get that to happen, we'll just increase its movement by 1. Of course, you need to repair in a city that you own or that you are friendly to. So hopefully we can get that boat back home so they can, you know, patch up the holes in the hull and get themselves ready for another voyage across the deep dark blue sea. Circuses is done. Good. I like the circus. Probably a workshop next. Excuse me. Was fighting that off for a while, and then it became a losing battle. Let's see. Producing mounted units and each source of horses gets me +1, but I mean a workshop, it is more money, although money certainly grows on trees. So we don't need to worry about it. It really doesn't. But we happen to be living in happy times, so we'll embrace it. Uh-oh. Japan's got friends. That bodes poorly for us. We can adopt a new policy, so we can take a look. We can get mercenary armies, allowing the purchasing of the Landsknechts, or however you pronounce that word. We could get entrepreneurship. Great merchants are earned 25% faster and receive double the gold from trade missions. But really, well, the happiness, again, doesn't help us. So maybe we should look to something else. And I'm thinking rationalism might not be a bad route to go. Increasing the use of science is always good. And then the things that come along with it, they're good things. So we are a freedom-loving, rational, commercial, beauty-appreciating society. That sounds a lot like France. Well, France during a certain iteration, you know. All countries have tastes with all sorts of different styles of rule. But if you were to suggest what the prototypical French life is, it would be freedom in the sense of French freedom. They're very proud people and hold their liberty dearly. stemming from the revolution quite naturally. They are lovers of beauty. There is no question about that. They're, you know, they're not known as being a commercial empire like the Dutch. Is it time to bury the hatchet? I just don't know if I can trust you. That's the problem. Yeah, I mean, even now, coming to me being like, look, we should get along. You're still holding your sword. And you still have 2 more swords. Alright. We'll take that step, Japan. So yeah, they didn't have an empire commercially like, say, the Dutch. But they were certainly a commercial empire. And science, sure. They invented a bunch of stuff. Done. Position justified. Man, I don't know where you're going. You're probably going to go attack Buenos Aires, would be my bet. Either that or you're actually going to take Venice, in which case I don't mind retaking it. Because at least then I'm not the dick who conquered Venice. I'm just the guy who took advantage of a situation and conquered a city that a previous empire had already conquered. Look, it makes me feel better about myself if I do it that way. Oh, we can't put a chateau there because it's going to be next to that chateau. Oh. Life troubles. Wow. Venice is just going on a building spree. Makes me jealous. Phew. Whoa. We got embassies. Alright, we'll talk to each other. But this... You want to march your army through my land and you're only going to give me 1 iron for 30 turns? No, sir. No. Oh, well, you're broke. But no. Oh, Buenos Aires longs for culture? That's amazing. Because you'll reward the player with the largest cultural growth. And I think we should have that in the bag. Here we go. Yeah, sure. Oh, you're welcome. I always got a soft spot in my heart for the Ottomans after my recent... Well, I guess not recent, but after my Ottoman Empire Civ 5 playthrough, where I had to nuke the world to win. But I did it, kind of. It was a fun game. If not frustrating at times. But the endings, oh, the endings. Nukes everywhere. That's enough reminiscing. Let's get a university in Orleans. Well, no, you've got a chateau there, so we'd have to put one there, and then we could put one there too. It's all about maximizing the chateaus around the places that can have them, and so far, I'm going to go out on a limb and suggest I haven't done a good job of that. Yay! The elections in Buenos Aires have been rigged. They love us. I swear to God, Japan, if you invade these people, we will never have an embassy. We will never be friends. Always and forever, enemies. We'll just let you guys heal, and you can build a farm. The plan I had for you is not going to work. So what I could do is just actually see if I can buy the tile. 120? It would probably make more sense to get the hills, because that's production. And Lyon could definitely use that. So, head on up there and build a mine. Right, because you should have enough people now, right? You got enough people working around and doing your things and... Or doing their things. Certainly with the fishery going now, we're golden. Golden when it comes to food. Yeah, maybe. Maybe I'll put my knife in your back and take your beautiful, amazing city. We don't know what the future will hold. And how are we doing? We're just about to pass the Ottomans. We continue to grow appropriately.
Their rising all at once was as the sound of thunder.
Alright, research agreement completed. Awesome possum. What's up next? I'm thinking the printing press, actually. For the zoo, which is going to be helpful for happiness. We can't get the Globe Theater done, but... I guess, well, really, that doesn't matter. Someone else will found the World Congress. We could go with words, architecture. We could build the Hermitage, but we'd need opera houses. So we're going to have to get working on opera houses. That's fine. Although chemistry. Cannons are a must. Paris, a beautiful city, certainly requires an opera house. Unless there's something else we can build. We're going to build the opera house first. Does that make sense? Yes, it does. Because then, at least, we've got a place for our great musician to practice their music. Let's go ahead and set you to auto-explore, because now that should send you off into the wild blue yonder. Oh. Yes, I see why you think that. But no. No, that's a mine.
Sta offerta non sarà valida per tanto tempo.
Yeah, we'll keep it going. Good, we'll be able to get a source of stone for tours, which would be nice, and fishies. So that's good. Troyer and tours will have wonderful lake fish. Hopefully they're delicious. Ooh, because we're an ally, Buenos Aires has given us ivory. That is great. Not sure which quest they cancelled. They still want the culture, which is just fine. So far, the leader has 210, and I have 204. So we're getting close. We'll see if we're actually able to pull that off, though. What else do they need? Oh, I guess natural wonder and defeat the barbarians that are invading their territory. Well, we're on the barbarians quite effectively. We're clearing these guys up for you. Don't worry. We're doing good work. Truly a liberal empire. With that farm done, I'll send you back up here, but there isn't really anything I have for you to do up there. It's just, it'll be helpful to have a worker there. Let's get these returning to their previous trade routes. And just keep the money flowing. Now, with the invention of muskets and gunpowder, we are going to definitely need to upgrade our military forces. We can't upgrade the pikemen to musketmen, so we're going to have to start training our own musketeer corps to meet our military needs. And then one more. Good, they're dead. A civilian from Venice. Well, we will return the unit. Oh, you're quite welcome. And a barbarian missionary over there, so if those guys hang around, we will definitely go off and finish them off. One thing I do need to do, while I'm thinking about it, is finally actually upgrade those guys to the newest stuff. Ah, trouble. We need...
See?
Oh. Well, we already have open borders. So then, thank you. I'm terribly sorry to bother you. So then why are we stopping? Oh, probably because that Mayan trireme showed up and you were like, hey, That place halfway around the world that I'm said to go to, I can't. You'll make it. Chances are that ship won't be there when you get there. Just, you know, food for thought. Ah, the World Congress is... Yes, hello. Embassies? Thank you. You can regale me with the stories of how we accepted embassies with each other. No. I come to your kingdom to see if you will accept an embassy. With the great French. Good. Ah, das ist gut.
Heißt Eure Eminenz willkommen in... Ach, bringen wir es hinter uns. 4 wird gespeist.
Yay! Oh, let's accept embassies and be friends, Austria. I like that. Okay, so... let's see. It still looks like we got one more unit over there, so we will just tell these guys to rest up and get their numbers up. Now, let's take a look. How are we comparing to the rest of the world? Pretty poorly. Pretty poorly. We're close to Poland. And still the Ottomans and Japan. That's about it. So we're definitely on the bottom rung when it comes to score. Well done. What have you got to trade?
Ich höre.
We have truffles. You don't have anything. Okay. Well, I'll remember you. Hans, you're the one who brought everybody together. We've got trade going. I don't need to talk to you. Montezuma, you are new. Let us begin indeed. You've got citrus, but a lot of other places have citrus. You're not my only source. Bluetooth. Wine. Oh, but you have what we... you already have truffles. Blast. Blast and damnation. Casimir. Sugar. For truffles. Sweet deal. And... wow. Sounded like a misfiring Honda Civic there. Who else was there? There was the Aztecs, I think. They have citrus. There we go. Yay! People are happy. Alright. So, let's see. We can propose a resolution. Because you're either the host or have the most delegates, you're able to propose a resolution. Well, thank you. I don't know why I have the most delegates when everyone else has 1 and Attila has a whopping 4, but still. What do we want? Well, we can embargo a city-state. We can embargo a nation-state. We could ban luxuries. We could have a standing army tax, which will definitely increase the cost of militaries, which would piss off the Japanese, which means I'm kind of interested. Civilization's research technology 20% more quickly if it has been discovered by at least one other civilization. My. I like the sound of that. What else have we got here? World's Fair. Venice, the Huns, the Aztecs, Denmark, and Poland would all be grateful. I don't know if I want to do that. Cultural heritage sites would anger the Ottomans and the Japanese, would make Venice very, very grateful, but each world wonder would provide +3 culture. Not going to help Venice out that much. Natural heritage site, nobody seems to care much about that. We could try for world religion, but whatever. Arts funding would help out with Denmark and Poland, but the Mayans would be a little upset. And science funding, which would help out the Mayans, but Denmark and Poland would be a bit upset. I think what we're going to go for is scholars in residence. It's not going to piss anybody off, and it's going to allow tech research to happen much more quickly. So that is the idea. We will commit that proposal. Yes. Wonderful. So now hopefully everybody agrees, and we can all research tech that much faster. It probably won't happen that way, but a man can dream, damn it. Okay, so we finished our market there. Everything else is looking like it's going to take quite a long time to build. So what is the cheapest production boost that we've got? I believe that would be a stable. Yes. I was going to say we've got 2 sources, but no, you can't use truffle pigs as a source for manual labor, or animal labor, even though it's still them doing it manually. And yes, you can just go to sleep. Haha, no. We're not getting involved in a war halfway across the world. Having just met you guys, and having established trade with both of you. No. No, we have no interest. Although it seems like Poland, not that popular over on the other continent. Buenos Aires is under attack by ruffians and miscreants, not by Japan. The Maya have publicly denounced the Huns, and Parisians love the king because they like sugar. You know what? I like sugar too. Oh, well, whatever. It's not like they're gonna kill us. You're telling me farm there, is ya? Alright, we'll go over there. And we'll hit up the next turn button. Lyon here is going to complete their bank, allowing us to build something new and exciting in our glorious trade city. A city that Mayan and Ottoman gold built. Yeah, so that's great. I'm glad that we're all getting along. Aside from poor Poland. I do feel bad for them. Nobody seems to want to attack the Japanese, so... and actually, thinking about it, I assumed this was a Japanese city because the colors were kind of close. Taking a look at the name and the fact that it's not Japanese colors at all, I can realize that that is indeed a Hun city. So that's, you know, my bad. Oh. Well. There was ever a way to effectively just do nothing for a turn while still moving troops? I found that way. I don't like your trebuchet right on my border, Japan. Just make sure he gets that message. And what are we going to put in you today? How about a workshop? You could use one. You don't have one. And we still have the same 5 trade routes, so that's good. No point in opening up another one. Well, the game won't let me, so there's no possible way to open up another one. Ah, Japan has denounced the Aztecs. Good, we've made a friend with the Aztecs then. Alright, well, after doing nothing for a turn... let's move you up, and let's move you up. Perfect. You can stay there. Just keep your eye on that trebuchet. Everybody's denouncing Poland. Well, I guess no. Everybody's denouncing the Aztecs. Oh, well, that's a shame. Is it because they don't like Japan? I'd rather not get involved in this geopolitical game and just focus on making France a beautiful country to live in. That's my position on it. Huh. Well, we've got them pinned down, so we can spend a turn healing. So we don't lose anybody when we actually do that attack. Right. With the... Opera House done. Can I go into my citizen management, please? You can see we're not generating any sort of great musicians at all. Well, that is not good. We should have a musicians guild down. However, With this being civilization, I think it is a good idea to start production on just a couple musketeer units to hold us over for the future. Ah, good. The trireme is returning. That is a cargo ship. You can stay there for now. You have got to come up here. And yes, we can go back to that route. It would be nice if there was only one route that a trade unit could actually go on, that it just auto-did it. There's really no necessary reason for me to select the trade route to Buenos Aires every few times. Whoa, let's stop the craziness. And the last push. No. No, but it's close to. So that's really all that matters. So it looks like the Ottomans are making quite effective use of all this free land over here. Can't say that I blame them. Certainly making much more use of it than I ever did. Yes, come on. It's not a staring around gawking at each other match. Get in there and stab each other. There we go. We will return the missionary to Venice, of course. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, is really what I should have said to him. And with the glorious return of our fleet, with the glorious victory over the barbarians plaguing our ally Buenos Aires, I think that is going to be a good place to leave the video for now. Looks like also Poland and Denmark might be at war. So that's exciting for next episode. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed this episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching. We'll see you next time.